What's up to all of my Sages out there, and welcome back to Pulse of the Cosmos. This is your weekly astrology horoscope for the week of June 22nd to the 28th of 2020. So let's get into it. For my Sages out there, we have Mars this week finally moving into Aries, where he will be home and dignified for a while. This is going to be a particularly long transit because Mars is going retrograde here later this year. So he's going to be in Aries until 2021, which for you guys, this is your fifth house. This is your fifth house of love, of pleasures, of creativity, of self-expression. And Mars in this house just wants to have fun. And honestly, it's really okay to do that out there, all of my Sages. As Mars came through your fourth house, it was really, really digging up some old foundational wounds, old foundational psychological things that have kept you twisted up, things from your past, patterns from your childhood, traumas that have maybe needed to be dealt with there. And Mars coming into the fifth house is ready to release and just enjoy life. And I think that's exactly what my Sages out there are cool to do at this moment. Get out there, find the things that bring you pleasure, find the things that bring you love, find the things that stimulate that creative form of self-expression within you. And sex can actually be a form of expression through this transit, so you could be feeling your libido a little kicked up into gear there, especially if you've got a combination with some Virgo in your chart. There could definitely be some major sex drive coming into play here. But the message is just to get out there and to have fun and to connect with what brings you joy, connect with what makes you feel good, connect with the kind of love and the kind of romance that brings you pleasure, right? And we do have Venus as well coming direct over there in Gemini, which for you guys is your seventh house. This is the seventh house of relationships, of partnerships, of project. This is romantic relationships, business partnerships. And where Venus has been retrograde in this area of your life, it's been a period of review, really, to see what's connecting there and what makes sense and what doesn't. What makes sense in your relationship life? What's not making sense in your relationship life? And how are we going to move forward from here into some of these new, more pleasurable, more just fun spaces to be in overall? What kind of energy do you want to carry with you moving forward? We don't want to force a square peg into a round hole and try to and hold on to something that's truly just keeping us held back from our divine, path while we're here, and from experiencing the kind of comfort and pleasure and joy and divinity and alignment that is available to us. So we do have Neptune as well this week, having gone retrograde over there in Pisces, which is in your fourth house. So this is a time to kind of review and receive some clarity from Neptune surrounding your home life is a big subject with the fourth house, and maybe where you've been projecting some kind of ideals around what your home life or what your emotional life looks like right now. And it might be a little bit of one of those times where the mask falls off for you, actually. Maybe you've been putting up a little bit of a mask to some kind of ideal of what you think, of what a picture you want everybody else to see about what your emotional world, about what your emotional foundations look like. This might be a time to kind of take off the mask and kind of open up to some people that you trust about what's behind the smile, or what's the pain behind the smile. I think as a lot of my Sages have been working through a lot of this fourth house energy, it's been a lot of deep inner work, and maybe an inclination to not want to feeling kind of shame or embarrassment about sharing some of this with other people to process through it. But it's okay to release the mask, and you'll get some clarity surrounding all areas of your life in that way. And we're building from new, more secure foundations, new, more comfortable foundations, new foundations that are more aligned to our soul's path while it's here in this incarnation. These are very healing. So in any case, I think good news coming up for my Sages out there. We're moving into some happier spaces where it's been a lot of deep inner work. There's going to be some room to breathe for the simple pleasures in life again. So also a great time for physical activity when Mars comes into the fifth house, getting into not necessarily some workout regimen, but just a way to release that energy physically can be really rewarding and kind of building that physical strength within yourself. So in any case, let's see here, my Sages. We'll pull from the cards for you guys. Give it a couple shuffles. All right, so this is definitely the completion of something, the completion of some phase of your life. And, I think this is, the completion of this and the swords coming out and the healing, especially from some of these old issues that have been going on in your home life, old issues that have been going on in your emotional world. This is the completion of those cycles and the development of new patterns and new directions and new, more connected spaces. So the challenge for some of us this week is in the Seven of Pentacles. So take a step back. Take a step back and look at all that you've done. The work isn't over here, right? Clearly there's more to be harvested. There's more to be done, but it's there, and it's okay to take a step back and be proud of how far you've come in these circumstances, and look at the work that you've put in for yourself, and understand that yes, there's more work to be done, but it's okay to take a moment to pause and breathe and be like, I've accomplished something here within myself, and it's okay to take time to do that. So in any case, woo, all right, the Empress next. So this is total vitality. We are moving into these more pleasurable spaces, these more passionate spaces, these less restricted feeling spaces. This is confidence. This is the divine feminine. This is another aspect of the harvest, of reaping in the kind of abundance and love and creativity you want in your life. This is one of the ultimate cards of self-expression. So get out there and get involved with your passions, and direct your energy towards what brings you joy and what brings you fulfillment and what brings you pleasure. With Mars traveling through that 5th house, that's what it's going to be about for you guys. But in any case, I love you all so, so, so much, my Sagittarius out there, and I will be back next week.